Your questions for Coach Jake.
Jake, good ball distribution tonight, scoring-wise, and lack of turnovers, two keys to the win.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. Bradley was really good in the first half. Offensively, we couldn't. They had 27 points with 7 minutes to go in the first half when we went into a timeout, and that's for the way that we like to play, what we want to get done defensively. So they came in and really played a good basketball game. And then we just got the end of the first half and the second half we made a lot of shots. And guys moved well, screened well. I mean, we got some good shots, but we made a lot of shots.
What kind of adjustments did you make in the halftime locker room to get you out to that big burst in the first 4 minutes?
E-Golf had the 2 fouls in the first half and had to sit for a long time. And I think when that happens, guys don't want to pick up their third foul. And whether it's our guys or anybody else's guys, I just think when you sit that long, you don't want to get your third right away and then have to go back to the bench because you just got done sitting there. So we wanted to go to Jake as much as we could and force him to have to guard Jake, make E-Golf have to guard. He's a good defender, but he was in some foul trouble, and that helped us.
The energy was different in the second half, and of course the 50 points was nice. Besides the shots falling, is there anything that you guys do that you saw that picked that up?
Carson, I don't. I think we defended a little bit better in the second half. Either we defended better in the second half, or Lemon made I think 3 threes in the first half, 4 threes in the first half, and he's really good when he isn't making threes, and when he's making threes he can't. There's really no way to keep him out of the lane when he's making threes. And in the second half we did a little bit better job on him. I'd like to say our rebounding was better in the second half, Carson, but they had 7 offensive rebounds in the second half. I think it was a case of we had a 20 minutes where what we tried to run seemed to work, and when it didn't work, somebody made a shot anyway. Even when they defended us well, somebody made a shot. And there was a handful of times where AJ just rose up and knocked in a couple of big shots for us, and those are big shots. When it's a 5-6 point game, and 2 or 3 different times AJ just rises up and makes a 3. Those are the first one okay, but the second one and the third one, that's tough to continue to come back from.
Was the pace of the game a product of how well they were shooting early?
Yeah, I think so. Because Bradley scored so well the first 10 minutes of the game, it got to be a little more on the open floor, and I really like that for our offense. I'd prefer, as our guys would, to play that way offensively, that be able to play in transition more and to have more of an open game offensively. I didn't like what our defense was doing. But again, when you say that, it's almost like it's like you don't give credit to what Bradley was doing. And they deserve the credit for the way the game started. They played good.
Seems like a few times this year, one player's just gone off for one half. Is there any rhyme or reason to that, or is it just one of those things?
I think it's more, well, it's the way we're being defended. There's nights where guys are going to make sure that Mark doesn't get a shot off, and that defender is going to stand next to him, and there's going to be some more space on the floor for the other guys. There's nights where teams are going to encourage us to throw it inside and play us one-on-one in there, so they're going to have an opportunity. So I think a product of how we're being defended, and that's where, for the most part, the guys in the starting lineup are averaging double figures. I think Deion's just short of 10. We've got 5 guys averaging double figures. And it seems, as you said, that different nights they're getting 18 to 20 as opposed to always getting 10 or 12 individual guys.
On the opposite side, it seems when we were in Peoria, Sims Edwards went off, and tonight it was, Lemon Jr. tonight. Is there a reason?
And Sims Edwards was going to try to in the second half. He made the back-to-back threes, and I had visions of him doing it again. And he got another 3 off that didn't go in, but I think he was close to doing, getting 3 or 4 threes to go in the second half. I just thought Bradley came in and played really good, aggressive, and Lemon made shots. Had a couple other guys make threes in the first half. They played a good game. That's as good an offensive half as we've had in the second half.
Is this the kind of game that you wish that college basketball would be more scoring, and more entertainment for the fans?
more scoring for us. I don't like it when the other team scores.
Man, only 4 turnovers as a team tonight. How much is that because of Deion, the way he controls the tempo?
You know, Deion's really played good. He's had a pretty long stretch here where he's been consistently good, and that his play, he's strong enough where if you get into him and really try to force him to do something, he can use that against guys because he doesn't get knocked off his dribble very often. And you know, where he's improved is he sees the floor so much better now than he did a year ago at this time. He really sees and knows which guys are going to be open. So he isn't taking as many hard shots at the rim. He's able to find the right guys. But especially in this game, against a team like Bradley that defends the way they do and the number of steals that they get and those turn into points, that certainly was either a key or the key to the game, was that we only turned it over 4 times.
Coach, the 30, 80, or 90 points in the paint tonight, do you see something on Bradley defensively that allows you to get in the paint anymore?
No, you know, we wanted to try to get Seth and Jake going a little bit in the first half, but the second half was more with Egoff and foul trouble. We talked about it at halftime and even made more of an emphasis to get some touches down there to make Egoff have to guard with 2 fouls.
With not knowing what you might get Saturday, possibly in another game after that, this team isn't used to a game like this when they have to get up and down that much. Is it the comfort to know that they can play that well when they have to do that?
Yeah, you know, we have very few games that are like that second half was, in terms of both teams moving it up and down. But our guys are very comfortable and very used to playing in transition on offense. You know, we work on it daily and we talk about it every day about pushing the ball and running the floor and being an attacking team in transition. And if we don't get something, then we're going to settle in and run our stuff. But our guys are very comfortable playing fast in transition, and that's what we'd like to do.
Is Marvin Singleton going to eventually challenge for Sonen's 3-point record, or Jacobson's right now?
Hey, Marv had a good game. He played well, and I don't know how much he played against Illinois Chicago. He may not have. I don't remember exactly, but he didn't play a lot if he did get in against Illinois Chicago. And he came in tonight and he played well. And we needed him defensively because Marv was in foul trouble. We had to have another guy, and so I thought Marv was pretty good at that end. But Marv had a nice game.
Very good, guys. Thanks, Jake.